again, and we're back in Banff as we're about to drive one of the most famous drives in Alberta, Banff to Jasper, which includes one of the most beautiful drives in the world, the Icefields Parkway. And we're very happy because we're partnering with Toyota with their new 2021 Sienna Hybrid.
Yeah, and Banff, we've been here, we're no strangers to Banff. We've probably been here 100 times, but we never get tired of coming here. It's just such a beautiful place, and it's a great place for tourists because it was designed with tourists in mind. That's why you get the beautiful Cascade Mountain, the views right from Banff Avenue, the main street in town. But it's also great because it's home to a variety of restaurants and shops, and as well as being a great hub for outdoor adventures. In the winter, it's great for world-class skiing. You have Mount Norquay, which is just 10 minutes away, Sunshine Village, which is just 20 minutes away, as well as a whole bunch of other ski resorts that are not too far away as well. And it's also great for things like cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, and hiking.
The town of Banff is nestled in the Rocky Mountains and within Banff National Park, which was the first national park in Canada and the third in the world. And even though we're not gonna be doing a lot of activities because this video is more focused on the drive from Banff to Jasper, a stop that you shouldn't miss is the Banff Gondola.
Yeah, we pretty much come to the Banff Gondola every time we visit Banff. It's just one of the best and easiest ways to get spectacular views of the town and 6 different mountain ranges. It's also a special gondola because when it opened up in the 50s, it was the first gondola of any kind in Canada. And it only takes 8 minutes to take you all the way up to the summit of Sulphur Mountain, which is over 2,200 meters in height. But if you want to work out instead, you can also hike to the top, and that takes about 2 hours. See what I mean? Where can you find more spectacular views than this?
No matter how many times we've been here at the top of Sulphur Mountain, we never get tired of the amazing views. But something that you should know is to dress warm and to dress in layers, as the summit is usually 10 degrees colder than the bottom.
And I can confirm that today it's pretty cold, mainly due to the wind though. But we definitely highly recommend to walk the entire boardwalk. Not only will you get different views from all the different viewpoints, but if you make it all the way to the end, you'll see the old weather station. And not only is that the reason why this observation deck exists today, but it's now also a National Historic Site of Canada. Well, that's it for our time in Banff. This was actually our first time staying at the Mount Royal Hotel, and it's really nice. Not only is it historic, but it's right in the heart of downtown Banff, so right on Banff Avenue. Close to everything you could want, but now we're off to Lake Louise. I wish our vehicle had one of these. So the drive from Banff to Lake Louise is only about 45 minutes. It's all on the Trans-Canada Highway, so pretty easy going, but the scenery is also spectacular along the way. And one of the cool places to stop, it's kind of halfway in between, is Johnston Canyon. If you have time for a 2 to 3 hour hike, it's pretty easy. It's mostly flat, but it's a really good chance to see some incredible winter scenery, such as frozen waterfalls, and even watching ice climbers make their way up.
Lake Louise is one of the most popular places, but also one of the most crowded places here in the Rocky Mountains for a number of reasons. In the summer, it's a beautiful turquoise colored lake with Victoria Glacier in the back, but in the winter it's equally as beautiful. Right now we're actually standing on the frozen lake, and it's labeled as one of the most beautiful skating rinks in the world.
And it's also the highest town in Canada by elevation, although not really a town as people don't really live here, but there is a small shopping center with few shops and some gas stations, as well as a variety of hotels and restaurants, one of which is the famous Fairmont, which is right on the lake. But mostly people come here for outdoor adventure. There's people skating, snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, hiking, and you can go skiing right across the highway at Lake Louise Ski Resort, which is one of my favorite ski resorts because it has 139 runs and is one of the largest in North America.
This is one of the best places to do snow angels because there's always so much snow.
Our original plan was to go skating, but it's pretty busy, so we're going to do our first winter hike in Lake Louise to the Fairview Lookout. It's one of the easier hikes, but you get a spectacular view at the top and you get to walk through the forest. It only takes about an hour return. But another one of our partners for this video is Ice Trax traction aids. And these are actually really awesome to have. We've had them before, but ours were crappier ones that would fall off your feet. These ones actually have a strap that keeps them on your foot, so I'm pretty excited for that. But they're great to have if you're going on a hike in the winter, or even if you're just walking the dog around the neighborhood, because they really stop you from slipping on ice. So definitely something I'd recommend for the winter.
A good tip is to put them on before coming out on the trail, because look, you get all wet. It's all uphill, so the cleats really come handy because then you don't slide down as much.
It's a good workout.
And we were just wondering why your nose runs so much in the winter. What's the reason? Do you know? If you do, please leave a comment. Wow, this is nice. The hike is really worth it.
Well, we spent longer than we thought at Lake Louise. We always do because it's so beautiful, but I'm glad we got here at 10. I wouldn't want to come here much later than that because on our way out, the lineup for traffic was insane. Like, those people are not getting a parking spot, that's for sure. But we really got to hit the road here because it's getting late, so we're just stopping to grab some snacks for the road. The Icefields Parkway is just some tips for driving because it's a little bit different in the winter. First of all, it's mandatory to have winter tires, or at least have the snowflake, which can be on like all-weather tires. You want to pack some snacks as well, just in case. It can be about a 3 to 5 hour journey up to Jasper, maybe longer if you stop to see some of the sights along the way. And it just depends. You'll definitely want to also check the trail reports or the road reports on the way, because sometimes there might be a lot of snow or something going on there and you'll be stuck. And that's not something you want to happen because there's also no cell service. So if you want to be guaranteed to have signal, you'd want to bring like a satellite phone or something like that. But other than that, I also recommend bringing like an emergency blanket or extra clothing just in case you break down. You never know. And yeah, other than that, have fun. Forgot to mention, another thing you need in any national park in Canada is a parks pass. So you can either buy them, they're about $20 a day, or about $140 for a family pass, and it's good for the whole year at any national park or national historic site across Canada. So definitely pick up the yearly pass.
Proceed on 93.
Well, we've reached our first viewpoint on the Icefields Parkway at the Crowfoot Glacier. It's really, really beautiful, and there's also a couple massive crows here, or ravens. I think everyone's feeding them all their snacks. They already left because we don't have any food for them. Well, as you can probably see, it's getting dark, so that's an important reason why you should start the day early, especially in the winter time, because the sun sets so much sooner. But we spent a lot of time in Lake Louise. So right now we just passed the Saskatchewan River crossing. We actually downloaded this kind of map from Icefields Parkway that tells you kind of the main places to stop off, but a lot of them are more popular in the summertime. For example, a lot of them are the lakes, which of course are turquoise and they look really beautiful, but in the winter they're covered in snow and they just don't have that same contrast to make them as popular. And then there's Chateau Lake, which is one of the most photographed lakes in the world, but right now it's closed due to construction, so we couldn't even stop there anyways. And since it's getting dark and we still have half the Icefields Parkway left, we're actually going to shoot off on Highway 11. That's another cool region in Alberta. It's the David Thompson country, and it includes like Nordegg and Rocky Mountain House. Lots of adventure in this area as well, so we're going to spend a few days here first before we continue on the Icefields Parkway up to Jasper. Well, that was an awesome 3 days in David Thompson country. We always have such an awesome time there. We definitely highly recommend it. If you're on the Icefields Parkway, if you have extra time, take Highway 11. It's just such a beautiful drive. And if you have an extra few days, we definitely recommend staying there because there's so much to do. And to learn what there is to do, make sure you watch our video on David Thompson in the winter.
And now it's my turn to drive this sweet van, and even though I haven't driven it yet, I just love this van already. It has so much space, it has so many cup holders, small, big compartments to put all your stuff. But now let's continue driving the second part of the Icefields Parkway all the way to Jasper.
So as you can see, this highway is pretty much all covered in snow and ice as well. And that's why on the Icefields Parkway, it's mandatory to have winter tires, or at least all-weather tires with the snowflake. And it just makes the drive a lot safer. How are you finding the vehicle?
Pretty good. I guess the all-wheel drive is a good feature because I feel the van very stable. But I guess it's also very important to not go over the speed limit, and then you'll be fine.
We're now at the Columbia Icefield. This is probably the most popular stop along the Icefields Parkway, but mostly in the summer, because in the summer you can actually take a tour on one of these big all-terrain buses and drive right on to the glacier and get out and walk around and stuff like that. In the winter it's closed, but it's still a spectacular place to stop off and have a look at it. And I can tell you right now, it's much colder being around this ice field.
Today is actually not that cold, but I get the chills. So a good way to warm up is just dancing and singing your favorite song. I wanna pop, did it all night long. I don't know the lyrics, but I like that song. The sun is out.
From here you can hear the waterfall. You can't see it, but you get a spectacular view of the mountains.
Here they are! They look so different. I know we've said that a million times, but yes they do, because the falls are actually down here. And here's where you get more of the water. It looks like a hot tub, but it's not hot. There's different viewpoints, so just make sure to check them all out. We made it to Jasper, and I can only say one thing. What a beautiful drive.
That is a beautiful drive, and it was made even better because of our sponsor Toyota, who gave us their new 2021 Toyota Sienna Hybrid. And what's cool about this is it's an all-wheel drive, which is very helpful for the Icefields Parkway, and it's actually the only hybrid all-wheel drive minivan in Canada, which is also great because it saved us a lot of gas. I think it only cost like 50 or 60 bucks all the way from Calgary to Lake Louise and Banff and up to Jasper, so pretty good deal.
Yeah, no kidding. And too bad that we don't have children, because this it's great for the whole family. They actually have a entertainment system for the rear part, for the back
so
part.
the kids can be watching movies the whole time while you're coming here. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe even I'll slip back in there later and watch a show, but
Or our YouTube channel.
yeah, for sure. So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, subscribe to our channel, and of course to learn more, visit our website at mustdocanada.com.
These ravens or crows, whatever they are, they always come so close because they always think that you have something for them. So that's why you don't feed wildlife.